since 1998, the country has made several attempts at enacting an affirmative action law, starting with the Cabinet Statement of Policy on Affirmative Action that gave administrative instructions regarding affirmative action in local government and in appointments to boards of public corporations and other areas of public life. But these have not been properly implemented and lacked legal backing. So as we can see, when a board is being inaugurated, you see what I call the suits, and if you are lucky, you find one woman there. So though generally unimpressive, some consistent efforts have resulted in marginal improvements in gender parity in governance and other sectors, with recent records of 2 female justices out of our 60 plus years, a female Speaker of Parliament in 2008, 2012, and appointments of women to key institutions of state, such as the Electoral Commission in 2016 and 2018, and as cabinet ministers or ministers of state. But these have rested on the goodwill of the appointing authorities rather than women's lack of commitment or dynamism, and still fall short of the goal of gender equality. Currently, an affirmative action bill has been drafted. However, the process of getting the bill passed into law has been very slow. The bill has gone through a checkered history, with each ruling government restarting the process. It is also pertinent to note that the then government declared commitment to affirmative action in its white paper on the constitutional review process in June 2012. However, this commitment is yet to be reviewed. Given our experiences with the enactment of legislation that protect the rights of women and girls in the country, such as the Domestic Violence Act and the Spousal and Property Rights Bill, it is critical that the proposed affirmative action legislation is followed up with strong and persistent activities, not only to ensure that the law is passed as soon as possible, but that it does not get diluted. Some of us were active in the passage of the Domestic Violence Bill, where one of our chief opponents was the minister herself. The passage of the Spousal and Property Rights Bill has also stalled. Currently, women's groups led by NetRight are also working to ensure that the land bill, currently under consideration, that will consolidate the laws on land in Ghana, will have provisions to protect the interests of women, youth, and other vulnerable groups, and incorporate international best practices on gender and land rights, land administration and management, as well as prohibiting discriminatory practices in relation to land, as stipulated in Article 17 of the Constitution.